Hey guys, Biker Brendan here. Today I thought I'd do a quick review of my new exhaust system. So I got the FMF Powercore 4 muffler. I decided to go with Powercore 4 because it has a little bit more power, but I also went with the quiet insert for it, just to quieten it down a little bit. And like, it seems to work well. Like, the quiet insert seems to work just sort of when you're riding around town, but when you crack open the throttle, like, it's still really loud. So, but like, anyways, I'll come back to the noise in a minute. And I also went with the Power Bomb header, which I actually really like. I think it looks really cool, and you can put your stock heat shield on it, so I think it's definitely the way to go. Yeah, I've had it on a couple of days and I've been riding around with it, and look, the bike is just a whole new machine. It is so much better. A lot better for off-road and better for on-road as well. Alright, let's go for a bit of a ride. I've put the 13-tooth front sprocket on as well, and that sort of, it's good for off-road. It's good for doing that sort of thing. However, it isn't as good for on-road. Like, going 100 k's, it revs fairly high. Like, I think it revs about 6,800 RPM, which means you're going to use more fuel, especially if you're on the highway a lot. If you're going to be riding on the highway, I really don't recommend the 13 tooth. However, if you want something better for off-road, then yeah, the 13 is a little bit better. I don't notice much difference, but it is a little bit better. As you can hear, the noise is pretty quiet when you're just sort of riding around. Like, if you're just riding around town, it's fine, and you can keep it quiet. It's only really like if I stop, put the bike in neutral, and like crack open the throttle, like, she's got quite a nice bark to it. Yeah, she can be quite loud. She's a bit of a mule, but like, if you want to, you really can keep it quiet. So for any of you guys worried about noise, like, I really think you're not going to get in trouble, like, for having this exhaust if you're just taking it easy and not thrashing it. That being said, like, you know, it is a dirt bike, so like, if someone sees you riding this bike around with this exhaust, they're just going to think it's any other dirt bike riding down the street. Like, you know, the DRZ 400 sounds this loud stock, pretty much. Well, from what I've heard. But, yeah, no, I love it. Like, before, when it was stock, with the stock exhaust and the 14 tooth, when you're off-road and you sort of thrash the throttle a bit, it was really sort of hard to spin the wheel, sort of, and to throw the back wheel around. But now, like, it doesn't take much, just flick of the throttle and, you know, throw it around really easily. Like, it's just made it so much better. It feels like an enduro bike now rather than a slow dual sport. Like, it really has livened it up. In fact, I would absolutely love to ride a WR250R just to compare if this is as good as that now or not, because I really think it would be up to par. And it just sounds so good too. It sounds like a dirt bike now. Like, I love that. That's, like, I actually enjoy riding it. And that's the biggest thing. Before, like, it was fun and all, enough power to have fun on, but like, it really, I don't know, it was kind of lame. It didn't really have much, I don't know, it just didn't have much power to have fun on. Whereas now, like, it really is a different bike. Like, it's just a whole new machine. I think it's definitely worth the upgrade. For anyone wanting to get this bike and they're sort of thinking, well, you know, is it going to be fun? Is it going to be as good as the WR? maybe they're wondering, like, you know, if the exhaust is worth it. And honestly, yes, buy the exhaust. It makes it sound so much better. You can keep it quiet. You've got a lot more power off-road to flick the back end around, and you know, you can even do little wheelies. Like, it's pretty muddy here, I probably won't be able to, but like in second gear, if you just sort of pop the clutch, you can actually do little wheelies. Like, yeah, it's so much fun. But yeah, no, it is just changed the bike. Like, I don't know how much power it's actually gained, but it's not really the power that it's gained. It's like the throttle response and the, you know, the snappiness of the bike now. Like a quick rev, and you've just got the power just to sort of have fun with. Whoa! Like before, it just couldn't do that. And the noise, whoo! It's only loud when you're cracking it open, though. Like, no, it's a cool bike now. I was sort of, I don't know, I didn't upgrade. I didn't want to, I didn't want to buy anything for this bike. Like the whole time I've had it, because I always thought, well, I might upgrade, you know, I might get a bigger bike because I'm sort of going to grow out of this one. And, you know, I sort of thought about getting like a DRZ 400 or even like the 650s. I thought about maybe getting like a, you know, an XR 650, but all of those bikes are fairly heavy. The 400 would be alright, but now with this exhaust, I absolutely love it. I'm not going to upgrade, you know. Well, I say I'm not going to upgrade, but, you know, I might eventually, but like this bike is just so much fun now. I don't think you really need to upgrade, especially for off-road. Like, you don't need something super powerful for off-road. Like, if you can do that, like, throw the back wheel around, you don't really need more power. Like, you can have so much power, so much fun on this bike. Like the other day, I found some sort of, you know, those wavy little holes, things, I don't know. Anyway, and like coming out of those, if you power on, you can actually lift the front wheel up and, you know, do little wheelies like from those little bumps. And like, you can do that on a motocross bike. But this thing, you can ride this on the road. And for anyone that actually wants a bike to, you know, sound like a dirt bike, man, this thing just rumbles. Oh, it is sick. Oh, it sounds awesome. And then, like, if you want to ride around town, you just keep it quiet. Just cruise. Just cruise. You know, just stay low in the RPM, sort of around 4,000 or 5,000, and just cruise like this. And you know, and then if you want a bit more power, geez, it sounds good. Oh, mate. You just cannot beat this now. Whoop. This bike's even more slippery because I've got a fairly bald back tyre, so it certainly helps with throwing the bike around. No, it's definitely worth it. Woo-hoo! I love this bike now. I don't know whether 13 tooth really helps much. I mean, I think most of the power comes from the exhaust kit, stage 1 kit. But I mean, the 13 tooth is good for, you know, you get a little bit more grunt down low. You have to change gears a little bit quicker, so second is kind of in a bit better spot for off-road. But it depends, sort of this sort of stuff, it doesn't really matter. It's only if you're sort of really tight motocross tracks that you're going to want lower gearing. But for just off-road roads, like, you know, fire trails and forest roads, like, yeah, I think any even stock gearing would be fine. I did do a little comparison, a sound comparison video of the stock exhaust versus the Powercore 4, and then versus the Powercore 4 with quad insert. I really don't think it makes much difference. It will a little bit, but mate, she still sounds amazing. Alright guys, hope you have enjoyed the review. This is Biker Brendan. See you guys.